Happy holiday, everyone. Compliment of the season. How are you doing? I hope you had a fun one. I hope you enjoyed your Christmas break. For me, I spent my Christmas holiday in bed because I was sick. Anyways, in today's video, I am gonna take you through a rundown review of this year's journey so far and some valuable lessons learned that in fact I believe will help someone get through this coming 2023 and beyond, and also inspire. As you can see, I was halfway into my Christmas decoration. I didn't even finish it before I got knocked down, so I was not able to finish my Christmas decoration at all, but at least we have something for the festivity. Like I said, I was already high in Christmas spirit, coupled with the snow that gave us a beautiful, wonderful white weather that put me in the spirit of Christmas. But unfortunately, man proposes, God disposes. I got ill. I'd already promised my sister that I will be coming over to spend the Christmas with her and her family, but unfortunately it wasn't so. I spent the whole Christmas in bed, angry, pleading with fever. Please let me go out and about as usual to enjoy the festive season. Anyways, it's all good because I rested. I don't understand the resting, but it's resting anyways. Warning, because this video is gonna be a pack of information and long, there will be a timestamp line below this video as usual to help you skip watch in case the video seems too long for you. So how I really spent the Christmas holiday, like I already said, I was really unwell, down with fever, cough, aches, headaches, and all that. So how did I take care of this illness? The reason why I'm telling you this is because we might think that the virus is all over, but mind you that back in China, as of November, they were still in lockdown. The COVID was still ravaging life, so there was still lockdown here and there. In fact, because of the high rate of mortality, they stopped burying people because there's no space. So they started doing cremation, and the number of people to be cremated was so long that there is days of queue waiting in line for the family members to cremate their loved ones. So at some point they even removed the lockdown that they imposed, but people were still scared to come out and run their businesses. So almost part of the country, like I heard in the news in China, were still not back to business fully like every other part of the world. So does that mean that we are gonna expect another lockdown? I can't say, and I don't think so. What I only think is that this is trying to tell you that the virus has not completely gone away. Either it has mutated to something else or it is still the same one. In the light of this, I will actually say, please protect yourself, eat well, exercise, and improve your immune system, because that is the only way you can overcome all these viruses. Every cold weather, things fly around in the air, and currently you can see in the UK, almost everybody is coughing, everybody is getting sick. When I went to the pharmacy on the 24th, when I really regained a little bit of strength, the pharmacy say like there is a lot of things going around, COVID, influenza, Omicron, a lot of things, but they don't know which is which. But the only thing is that everybody has to really protect themselves. And what was I taking? I was taking this concoction that I always made for myself. I started noticing that I was unwell like second week to Christmas, even though I can't tell if I was unwell or not. I was just feeling pain where I usually do feel pain, but even though like it feels more than usual, what I did was, instead of once a week or twice a week exercise that I do, I started exercising every day, like for 45 minutes to 1 hour, and each time I do that, the pain do go away, only for it to return the next day. By a week before Christmas, on a Monday, my throat, like I can really get the severe feeling of cough, that severe cough is coming, and the ache was so much everywhere with some kind of headache and feelings of hot and cold. So immediately that morning that I felt that, I quickly went to prepare this concoction that I normally drink, which had been a very good help, my best friend for so long, since the advent of COVID, 2 years or 2 years plus now. So yeah, I prepared it. I will put the link up above and down the description section in case you want to learn how it is done, if you haven't seen where I prepared it, if you haven't watched the video. Anyways, it helped. And for the eggs, I used paracetamol. And when I ran out of paracetamol, of course, that was what I went on the 24th to buy at Boots at the pharmacy. And then the pharmacy also topped up on it with iron in case I am running low on red blood cell. And that was about the only medication that I took all through. It didn't really typically affect my voice comparing how it affects others, so meaning that my body did a very wonderful job in fighting this virus, which I am grateful for, because of course, I eat healthy. So what am I saying? Top up on your health, eat very well, protect yourself, exercise, take care of your environment, take care of your body, be aware of any changes you notice so that you can sort things out on time. Even when my previous video, this video that you see up here, when I was shooting that video, I was already unwell because everything tastes bitter for me. I lost complete appetite for days. As of 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, I couldn't eat at all. I was busy drinking only that my concoction and paracetamol, or drink hot water. I think that was why I was really very weak. So try to eat up. Don't be like me that my taste bud messed me up. I couldn't eat. Force yourself to eat. And what other signs do I have now that it's going? It started itching me, comes like itch, and it brings out some rashes. So I don't know, it's actually going, but these rashes is still over all over my body, itching me here and there. Anyways, but I believe it's some sort of virus that my body did typically well as usual to fight. Going over to the next topic, which is being thankful for the journey so far. Well, for the journey of this year, I would say the first half of this year was really very challenging because I was going through some challenges. Some people around me understand what's going on. Some people didn't understand. They were like, what's wrong with her? What's going on? I decided to double up on listening to things that will help me build my mind, listening to videos or motivational words or inspirational words that focus on helping me to build strong mind, and following the activities they say on there. That way I don't have to repeat those things I was going through, but then I'll have to absorb the things that I will do that will help me to be a better person. I am thankful for the people that got put on my way all through those periods to help me get through those difficult times when I needed to get out of the house to change environment. There were people I never knew that God brought my way that did that for me. When I needed confident talking, the doctor was there to talk with me because they are talking to doctors, talking to therapy nurse. So the nurse was there at all time for me to call up and have a discussion to talk about things. And it really do help to talk to someone, especially an expert who understands what you're going through, not to make jokes or make fun or anything like that with your situation. And I strongly believe that part of the Bible where God said that he would send his angels in charge over thee to guard you in all our ways. Yes, he understands everything that we are going through, even though it seems like nobody, even if when the family members are not there to help or to support. Trust me, God will always put people in your way. You don't expect them to come like angels with wings to come and help you. No, they are typically normal human beings that God will bring your way to guide you, to help you to get through that healing journey. If you believe, because I believe this thing is a fight with your mind. It's not easy. You can't get through it all by yourself. You need grace, you need God's help, you need miracle also to get through it, because it's that ability to be strong in your mind is another healing journey. So I am thankful for that. I am also thankful that despite the whole journey and everything, the whole hurdles, the hard time, my YouTube got monetized. But there is a bad news to it. It got monetized, but because of the challenges I was going through, I really didn't follow through on all the things I have to do, like the verification and all that. So the monetization was taken away after months when I was not able to do other things. And when they took it away, it wasn't that, it's no longer that easy for me to sign up, because for some reason they took it away, and they took away my email address. I don't know how, so I cannot, it becomes unable for me to even close the account to open another account. I am working on it now. Hopefully they help me rectify this, but I will really appreciate any YouTuber that had ever had this kind of issue before that will help me. Please contact me and help me. My links is down the description section. I would really do appreciate, because it's really affecting my motivation, even though I am not giving up, because there's a mission for me starting this channel. So that mission for me starting this channel is my motivation to keep going, because even if it's 1/3 little people that my video inspires, it goes a long way. It satisfies me more than money. So this is why what gives me motivation to keep going, to continue using the things I experience in the form of review to inspire and motivate others. So yeah, this was how the journey, how my monetization was taken away. So this is why I haven't started making any money currently on my channel with all the numbers I am making. And also I am thankful that I am able to complete my website. It's not completely complete, but at least I was able to come up with my website, come up with a blog. So nothing is forcey. I take my time in doing all those things without pressure, but I am happy at the gradual pace and the results that I am getting at the end of the day without burnout, right? So these are things that I am thankful for. I am thankful for all the videos I made. The greatest video that I made that got me the most views was this video, how to define your beauty, 5 proven ways to define your beauty. The link is up here or at the description section. So this video, I got nearly 5,000 views in it. I know it's a joke compared to other YouTubers that gets thousands and thousands and thousands of views, but at my level where I am at YouTube, it's a great deal for me, because I am so thankful for that. Because like, there is nothing like, you know, inspiring life, adding value to people's life, you know, motivating people to live. Because you can't imagine how many people that have taken their lives this year because they didn't even listen to a single word that will make them change their mind from the bad decision of taking away their life that they do. Because once you're dead, you don't have chance, you know. But when you are alive, things can take a turn quickly into better. So this is why I am so grateful at that little number, because one day it's gonna grow bigger. It's gonna help so many other people. In the light of this, please continue sharing that video, continue spreading it to other people, to make sure that it reaches the right people that needs to hear the words in that video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't really subscribed. Let's get to the next topic, the valuable lessons that I learned this year that I in fact believe will inspire someone and help someone get through to 2023. Honestly, I would say that there are tons of lessons that I learned this year that will guide me all through the rest of my life and into 2023, because believe me, 2022 set a pace for a new world, right? And getting into 2023, we ain't seen nothing yet. So it's like, it's as the years is going now, it's gonna be more and more like a movie set in the real life. Like, you'll be looking at this life, you like are we really acting a movie? Is this life really still real? You know, we've got to that juncture that we are living like we are the movies. You know, we are the movies. So this is why I believe that these valuable lessons will help me in continuing my journey, and will help someone to inspire them to know how they will make positive impact in this current world. Valuable lessons that I learned this year that I believe will in fact make a great impact as you are going into your 2023 journey. Number one, I will go with speak your truth. Speak your truth, even if your voice is shaking. Truth is truth, regardless of whether people like that you say it or they don't like, because truth will never expire, but lies will always expire. And I don't know how much professional you will be to stick at one lie for a very long time. You must be like a pure narcissist, but narcissistic people, they can't even keep up with their lies because it will keep changing, growing arms and legs and wings and walking, changing mutation, all like, you know, the way COVID changes. This is how lies change. And really, lie gives so much stress, it gives so much discomfort. But when you speak your truth, there's something about truth that gives you peace, even when people don't accept it. Because, you know, however you speak truth, it's sometimes it never always appear right, but at the end of the day, it is good to say your truth. You know, in issues where some people just tell unnecessary lies, you know, they tell unnecessary lies for things they are not supposed to tell lies, like as if somebody's gonna beat them. Maybe speaking your truth is gonna be a journey of healing. Insecurity contributes to the reason why people lie, because they believe that when I say the truth, I'm gonna lose this, I'm gonna lose that. And it happens to most adults, and the reason why they do that is the upbringing. Because if a child was brought up to keep on lying, why are they lying in the first place? They are lying because they feel, number one, mom will not understand what the angle we are coming from, and number two, they're gonna receive beating, or number three, you're not gonna love them anymore. But by the time you improve the habit of letting your kids know that it's okay to say the truth, let's deliberate it together, let's dialogue it together and understand why you did it. And when they understand that speaking their truth will not land them in punishment, it does not mean that they are the worst person, but it guides them to really understand themselves better. It guides them to be a better person. Why not? They will always say the truth and learn than, you know, covering things in lies. So this is why I always advocate for people to speak the truth. Well, yeah, if it's something that I have to keep quiet and not speak about it, if you don't ask me, I will keep quiet. I won't talk about it. It will just die. But if you bring a challenge to my face and you throw it in a place whereby I am in the middle of either saying the truth or destroying my self-image forever, of course, I would rather say the truth. If you don't want me to say the truth, those things that you know that I will not lie about, don't even mention my name. Don't even get close to me with that. Just go away, because, you know, when it comes to me, I'm going to say it just as it is. So don't expect to lie about me or do things and come and expect me to cover you up, then to keep on rubbing charcoal on my face. No, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna say my truth, because my truth is my identity. So leave me out of it if you don't want the truth to be exposed. Going to the next one, don't tell others things that you can't afford to handle when it gets to the open. I always believe that when people say, oh, I share my secret with my best friend, and like, seriously, who is your best friend? Who is your best friend now? To me, if you say consider something secret, don't bother telling it to anybody. Don't bother telling it to anybody. Have it with you, die with it. Let it die with you. That's what I call secret. Because the moment you share it with somebody, it is no longer secret. Woe betide you, your friend is a narcissist that you don't know. You know, there are people that derive joy at the moment that you are their friends. You can share everything with them and they will keep it secret. Once you have a little tiny bit of issue with them, oh my God, all those things you told them as your secret, that is what they will use to attack you. They will even change the stories and versions that you never even said, just to get at you. This is the reason why, to me, I believe that If you say something is a secret, let it be only on you. Do not share it to everybody. Die with it. Just die with it. So this is one valuable lesson I have learned this year. I had been doing it, but this year proved even the more reason why I have to continue doing it, because as the days is extending, people are losing compassion. People are always looking for ways to bring other people down, and the only way they can bring you down is using the things you told them. That is the only thing they will use against you. But if you are able to keep your things to yourself, you are secured. Number 3 is be mindful of the energy surrounding you. Social media, TikTok, everything is too much. And when you go onto these social media, there are people that are continuously bitter. Bitter. They wake up looking for people to press down, looking for people to, even when you share something that is positive, they find a way to turn it around. Some people just literally look at you and start looking for a default in you that they will bring up to just trash you, kill your mind. There are various shades of energy on the loose everywhere, so be careful of the energy surrounding you. If you're making friends and these friends are people that constantly bring bad energy, constantly complain, constantly show lack of appreciation. Some people, they wake up, they always complain about themselves, they never appreciate themselves. How are they even going to appreciate you? If you're doing well, they won't even appreciate you. They will start finding fault even in your little effort. So this kind of energy, you need to let it loose, let it off you, because you don't need anything to pollute your hustle this period. Your mind needs to be open and ready to move forward, because there is no room for negative energy now. Any tiny door you open for negative energy, they will rush in and attack you, and you don't want that. So let loose of any heavy load on your shoulder, any negative person around you. Just don't, I'm not saying you should make them enemy, but stay away from them. They don't love you, they love you. They love you. It's as simple as that. The 4th valuable lesson that I learned this year is respecting boundaries. This one, I have seen that this year people really don't even understand what respecting boundaries is. Let me not say people. Depending on people's upbringing, some people don't really understand what respecting boundaries is. And this respecting boundaries all depends on how every individual was brought up. If, for example, where you were brought up, you were not taught the benefit of respecting boundaries, it will be like a strange thing to you, because you will be seeing everybody the way you are. You will learn to respect other people's boundary. So respecting people's boundary is one thing I have learned this year, which really caused a big trouble. For example, while we were on our trip to Turkey, two of my friends really had a fallout. So in this fallout, I learned 2 things: lack of communication and respecting boundaries. So first, the one I'm talking about, respecting boundaries, because we really do not understand what was making our friend angry, and she really did not communicate until the morning we were supposed to hang out and do our activity for the trip. Then that was when she just she's not going with us. So my other friend, because she is a very emotional person, I have understood that, okay, I respect your opinion. You don't want to go, fine, I let you be. I don't know what the problem is, but when you calm down, maybe later you can share what your problem is. But the other girl wasn't having it. She wasn't having it, because she felt it's arrogant, she felt it's disrespectful for you to just have plans with people and just brain check. Well, after agreeing an event with them, so she got really furious, and when this girl was like, no, I don't want to go, she put headpiece on her ear. She now went and removed the earpiece. You have to listen to me, you have to get up. Why are you not going? No, she doesn't want to go. She doesn't want to go, let her be. And this one got really angry, and they nearly started fighting. And I stood in the middle. They didn't fight, but they started exchanging words. Things escalated that at the end of the day, we all didn't end the holiday on a very beautiful mood, because we had to divide state. We had to divide state. She decided that we attacked her by removing the headpiece from her hair. She categorized it that both of us attacked her, that her life is at risk. In fact, she went further to call British Embassy and reported us that we are attacking her in the room. Like, British Embassy called, we were scared to our life. We were so scared, just for a single mistake, not respecting boundary. So this taught me a valuable lesson, which I already know, but to my friend I said, listen, I know you did it out of love, because you felt both of you have known each other for a very long time, so this is how you do this, okay? But it's no longer okay at this part of the world for you to do that to people. You have to respect people's opinion. If they say they don't want to do something, yes, you are angry, you were not informed, you were not communicated to, it was a rain check, it spoiled or may not spoil your plan. Regardless of whatever it is, at that moment the person doesn't want that. The person doesn't want that. Respect boundaries. And this also needs to be taught to everybody. It's not something that only adults have the shortcoming. When adults have these shortcomings, it means that they won't teach the younger ones right, for them not to do it. So, and then that leads me to the fifth one, which is lack of communication. Sometimes we get angry over things thinking that people really understood why we are angry, but you never will know that these people have no clue what is really happening. Like that girl, it took months before we actually realized she actually told someone else the story of what was making her angry, which we had no clue about. So there is no way we apologized on the level we know, even though we didn't really found it serious. Even the things she complained to her friend that was making her angry wasn't really supposed to make her angry. But if she had communicated to us, we would have oh, okay, and change things. But because assumption is the mother of all f-ups, yeah, you assume things without speaking out or verifying what is the actual situation or the actual truth. So this is why I don't like assuming things. I'd rather talk about it. I'd rather ask questions for me to find out exactly where I am standing, to be able to understand where the misunderstanding is. It a misunderstanding that should be taken care of, or should I just mind my business and leave you alone, and whatever you think. So this is actually a valuable lesson that I learned this year. Well, I've always been a highly communicative person. This communication goes wrong, where sometimes you communicate, it goes sour. A higher percentage of the time, communication really helps. It helps in everything. So we need to learn how to communicate more if we really need to have a more stable environment in this coming 2023. The next one is gaslighting. Gaslighting is the new form of self-defense now. I know some of you don't know what gaslighting is. Okay, let me give example of what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is, let's say for example, somebody offend you, typically did you wrong, right? And you come to them to say you did so and so thing. Obviously this person understands that what you are complaining is how you feel, what makes you angry. Instead of them to say I am sorry, they will remind you of things that never have any link, something that never had any link with what you're talking about, just to make sure that they don't apologize for that, or that they don't own up that what they did to you in that instance was wrong. They will just go and bring maybe something that happened in 1960 or 1958 that you never even realize, and they will bring it on the table to sugarcoat what you're talking about. So they will never accept they will just gaslight you, so that you will start talking about that incident they brought up instead of the one you are talking about right now. That is what is gaslighting. And so many people I have seen use it now, whether they are aware that they are gaslighting people, using it to defend themselves in a very wrong way, or they don't know. I don't know, but it's a very bad energy to spread around. Gaslighting is a very bad energy to spread around. It's a typical thing for narcissist people because they don't like owning up to their faults. They don't like apologizing when they do something wrong. They don't like to stand up for, they don't even like truth. When you tell them the truth, it makes their head remove stars because they live on lies. So when you come to speak the truth, like that truth exposes them, they will never like you. So they will just start gaslighting you anyhow to make sure that they destroy whatever truth that you are trying to bring out. So when you're dealing with people that have the tendency to gaslight you, you need to really prepare your mind. Stand on your truth. Always stand on your truth. Be at alert at any time so that they won't confuse you, because all they do is to bring confusion. In fact, at the end of the day, they will bring you to nothing, make you feel like you are the bad person. You are the bad person. You are complaining of the wrong thing, but they know exactly what they are doing. So you need to be very mindful of these kind of people as you are getting into 2023, because you are surely gonna meet a whole lot of them. The next one, I think I forgot, I think it's number 8. I've lost touch of the number, but the other valuable lesson that I learned this year is that failure is not weakness. Why did this teach me a lesson? This year, like I said, the first half of this year was a very hard hurdle for me. There are so many things I desired to achieve this year, and there are so many of them. In fact, I wouldn't even tell you that I achieved let's say 80% of the things that I wanted to achieve this year. I wouldn't tell you that because I'm sure, like, if I had like 10 things that I want to achieve this year, maybe I achieved only 2 or 3. But did that really weigh me down? Yes, it did weigh me down. I felt bad that I worked hard. I put in a lot of effort to be able to achieve goals and desires and things that I planned to do. But then so many of them didn't work out anyway. But I didn't see myself as a failure. There are some people around me that they start asking, oh, why did you fail? Maybe I write an exam and I failed. Why did you fail? It didn't bring me down. What I simply did was, like, each time I fail, I go back and keep studying. I go back and keep reading. And that makes me to keep understanding that thing more and more. The more I fail, the more I go back to revisit that and study it again, or redo it again, or do it again. It helps me master that thing better and better again. And this is why I strongly come up that failure is not weakness, and it's really made me stronger now. Like, look at, like I say to you, I didn't achieve even half of the things that I planned to achieve this year, but look at me, I am happy. I am ready to keep rolling the dice until I get to the destination, because even if you're achieving it, more desires is coming and you keep going. So why give up? As long as there is life, there is hope. True friendship and love is becoming a rare diamond this year, and it's going to continue like this. It says strive in families, strive within friends. One of my colleagues asked me, do you believe that there is love? And I said, yes, there is love, but it's rare. In his opinion, he said, there is no love at all. There is no love at all. And the typical analogy I gave to him, which is what I am still bringing up here, is there is love. And the love is in you. You are the love. You are the light. But the problem is, people, instead of sharing love and light, they share hate and wickedness. Let's say, for example, you have so much love in you, you love your friend and you value your friendship, and then maybe you needed something from your friend, and that your friend, instead of treating you like a friend to help you when you needed help, they would turn their back against you. They will block you. When they treat you like this, they didn't treat you with love, right? But it's your decision to go out there, because definitely you won't give up. You find someone else to help you, because trust me, someone will definitely help you. So what this happens is you closing that chapter and say, this person is not my friend. You close that door and you continue sharing the same attitude the person give you onto others. So instead of changing the whole thing and share love instead of the same thing they did to you, you go and share the same thing, thereby you're sharing hatred. So when you start sharing that hatred, instead of more love to get into the world, more hatred is getting into the world. And this is the reason why it feels like there is no love. But let's assume that you needed help from a friend and that friend disappointed you. Anyways, you worked and you found the help that your best friend that you trusted didn't give to you, but anyways you found it somewhere, or you managed to do it by yourself. Do you really need to treat someone else the same way? No. What you would do is, when you meet someone along your journey that needs that help, that needs that love, you show love and you help the person. And this is how you will be the love. And by the time you do it to that person, do it to another person, you must connect to someone that has love. And then those people you affected, that your journey, whatever you impacted in their life, will plant a seed of love in them. And one day they will choose love instead of hate. So this is why I say, yes, there is love. It's rare, but then you will be the pillar of that love. Share love instead of hate, because only love will see us through all this mess that is coming up now. Like, this is a movie set, so act a movie of love right now. That's what I would say. On forgiveness, emotional intelligence in terms of forgiveness. Emotional intelligence is one thing. Some people don't really have emotional intelligence. It's dead. They are like robots. They don't have any feelings. They don't care how you feel. They don't care what happens to you. It's all about them. They are selfish being. They don't even understand that the perspective of how everybody sees things is different. The perspective of how people understand things is different depending on your upbringing, which part of the world you are, and all that. So everybody's emotional balance is different. Some people can feel so bad onto something that other people will definitely feel like it's nothing, you know. But when it comes to forgiveness, after the events that had unfolded between last year and this year more, I come to realize that forgiveness has to be earned. If you wrong someone, you really need to apologize so that forgiveness will be given. They said you have to seek, then you find. So if you don't seek, then why should I be seeking for the same thing you did to me? Meaning that I have no value in myself. I am giving you the upper hand to keep hurting me. I am one person that had been living my life believing that when people do me wrong, I straight up, whether they apologize or not, I call them up and I apologize for the things they did to me. When people do you wrong and then they never apologized, they never came to you to like recognize that they did you wrong, and you are the one that still call them up and ask for forgiveness of that same thing that they did to you, they will accept because they believe that, oh yeah, you deserve it to receive what I gave you. So that gives them license to do it to you next time. Because what? They didn't see themselves as the people that wronged you. They see you that is working for peace to reign as the wrong person. This is why I told someone that, you know, the time of Jesus, when he said that if people slap you once, turn the face and they slap you 10 times. These days, when people slap you one and you turn the other face, they will slap you 100 times and be happy. You see, during the time of Mary Magdalene, when Jesus said, if you know you haven't done this, pick the first stone and cast on her. If it's now, these modern days, they will so stone her to death, because people have no emotional intelligence these days at all. Minds of so many of us have turned into robots. So this is the reason why, after analyzing the situations that happen, I now found out these days it is not actually the best way. Yes, I will forgive you, but I can't go all the way like before, calling you to say, don't worry, I have forgiven you, and invite you over for something or organize something with you. No, I will forgive you in my heart, but if you don't come to sincerely apologize and talk about that thing you did wrong, so that we will dialogue, so you don't do it to me again. I stay away from you because I don't want that same energy. And then the final lesson is trust. I have found that trust is now golden. Trust is like a gold mine. Like, it's hard to find someone to trust you, or even someone you can trust, because people are constantly on the rise out in themselves. Like, even when you are showing them absolute love and everything in you, they still don't trust you because they simply can't trust themselves either. Considering so many circumstances that I have come about, like, I felt so disappointed because I believed in this person, I trusted this person, I poured all my love, maybe even investing love for years, and you trust absolutely in these people or in someone or in something that, in fact, this is it, and they would just get your hope high up and let it crash down. Seriously, then I have learned that it's just the beginning. Like, people are never gonna change. It's gonna be like this anyways. You have no control over it because greediness is increasing. People are chasing after material things instead of their own kind. Like, look at this, at so many cases that had happened this year that had actually shown a true picture where we are at trust. Let's look at Canada, where two friends were at a party for whatever it is that transpired with them. This story was on TikTok. So they staged a fight. Friends that are supposed to be friends that would have separated them were watching the fight, recording them, and this stabbed and stabbed and stabbed this girl multiple times and unalived her. This same case is the case that happened with Shanquella Robinson as well. The same people she trusted, seen as her friends, that she can even be able to stand up and go on vacation with them. At the end of the day, they unalived her, and they had the effrontery to even face her parents and say that she lost her life of alcohol poisoning. Meanwhile, they had a fight with her, they did a whole lot of things with her, which the investigation is still going on because nobody is completely very, very sure of what transpired, apart from the video that went viral on internet concerning this girl. These are two of so many of such stories. There are plenty this year that will tell you that trust is something that had been a forgotten issue these days. So even if you're going out with your friends, you need to be extremely careful. You're telling your own family member story, they are busy working overtime how to use your own story against you, how to change the story. It's disaster. It's really mind-blowing. Like, honestly, you sometimes ask yourself why mental health is on the rise. Believe me, so many people will find it difficult to manage the situation of things right now because it's blowing out of proportion, and I don't see it getting better if we don't change. I don't see it getting better if we don't change. So this is why trust is at risk, and for you to be able to live a normal life, just simply assume as you're stepping into 2023, like, I don't even trust myself, right? So why should I trust the next person? But then I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna do my best to give my best. I'm not gonna betray people unnecessarily. I'm not gonna plan wickedness on other people, but I'm gonna be mindful where I am going, regardless that, oh, they know me, this is my best friend, my childhood friend, my school friend. Okay, I need to understand the energy in you. How are you looking at me? How do you take good news from me? What have you done to me in the past? You need to consider, because sometimes people say, oh, you have to forgive and forget. If, for example, they did you dirty and they didn't even ask for forgiveness, you are the one that still call them up, that gives them license to do it to you next time. People are lost in search for material things. In fact, they might even trade the things that will damage you because of a whole lot of selfish reasons. So trust has become a thing of the past. Before you extend your hand of trust onto someone, you need to think twice about it. Before you start sharing things, before you start even getting somebody into your house to live with you, before you do transaction with people, you have to really think twice about it, because trust is lacking these days and it's not looking like people are ready to change. These are the few valuable lessons that I have learned in the whole journey of this 2022 that I believe will guide me in 2023, and in fact I believe that it will also help you through your 2023 journey and beyond. Don't forget that 2023, we have so much thing that we are not sure how it's gonna unfold, but we are confident that as long as we have life, as long as there is peace and light in this world, we will surely prevail. And prevailing will not work without loving one another, without you standing up for your truth, without you speaking up your truth, because days are gone when keeping quiet is a thing. Now speak your truth. It's because so many people speak their truth. That was why lockdown stopped. It's because so many people speak their truth. That's why so many things that would have unfolded is not unfolding. The inorganic ones are working over time, but you as the organic one need to stand up now and be the light and be the truth and be a soldier of making things to work better for you and for others around you. Even if it's a handful of people that started this journey, I'm sure that your love will affect other handfuls and handfuls and handful, and at the end, truth and love will win. So this is it for this year's video. This is the last video for this year. I am super grateful and I am super thankful to all of you that joined me on this journey. Thank you to all my subscribers. I really do appreciate you. I lost one of my subscribers that was close to me, and may his soul rest in peace. And I really appreciate the support of everyone, and I am thankful that the rest of all, we are still alive to keep pushing onto next year. Like I said, this year, however it is, I am ending this year in praise and I am stepping into next year in power. And so shall you end this year in praise and step into 2023 in power. I wish you Happy New Year in advance. Thank you for being part of my channel. Thank you for the love. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and please share this video. Share. One love. Thank you. Bye.